Hi Virgo, this video is for the transit of Jupiter in Sagittarius and how it affects you if you are Sun in Virgo or Virgo rising. And this transit is taking place from November 8th of 2018 until December 2nd of 2019. And for you, Virgo, this is taking place in the fourth house of home and family. And this is going to be some sort of lucky break that occurs with the matters of the fourth house, which I will get into in 1 second, or expansion. So in other words, some kind of increased focus, increased activity, maybe more opportunities that come about with fourth house matters. First and foremost, the family that is connected to the fourth house would be your family of origin. So just as a whole, the family that raised you, in particular, this could be your mother. Now, there are sometimes some debates about whether the father represents this house. I think it's the mother because Cancer is the ruler of this house, and Cancer is a sign of the mother. So to me, that's enough to prove that. And the family, specifically besides the mother, can also include the grandparents and your current family, the family that you have created as an adult. And related issues connected to family of the fourth house are your roots. Now, of course, roots can be going way back, your ancestry. And some people really enjoy doing that as a hobby. So this could be an opportunity where you can really benefit in some way from finding out who your ancestors are. Maybe you find out that you're related to somebody who's rich and famous, and you contact them and they invite you to visit, and all of a sudden you're in their social circle. Talk about expansion, huh? And this is the house of roots in terms of how you feel that you, how would we put this? Just this feeling of foundation in your life. And for instance, let's say that you grew up as a military brat and your family was constantly uprooting you and you never felt a sense of a firm foundation. You always felt like that instability. Maybe now something happens that allows you to feel or to benefit from having roots. Maybe you were adopted and you didn't know who your family was. Maybe you find out who your birth mom is or your birth dad. And so in addition to having an adopted mother and father, then you have the birth parents and your family increases. And that's that Jupiter working on your behalf. So it's like luck connected with families and expansion connected with families. And also beneficial things coming from families. So maybe you get money from your mother. Maybe you get money from grandparents. And in terms of the generational karma, just making peace with it, making peace with the past, making peace with all the things that perhaps have felt kind of oppressive, and now you have a more positive attitude towards them, a more spiritual attitude, so that you can move on and that you can reframe things. And so in terms of other aspects We're talking about real estate, and this can include your current home. Perhaps you're going to put an addition on your home. Expansion. Maybe you feel like it's time to move into a bigger property, and you will have the means to do so. Expansion. Again, looking at it from benefiting from mother, maybe you get a property from your mother, and that is some sort of, I don't know if you would call it a lucky break, but definitely something prosperous where you are gaining an asset that happens to be real estate related. And thinking about people under your roof. Maybe you are adding to your household. So perhaps you are expecting and you're going to give birth and there's going to be a new baby, or maybe with Jupiter, it would be twins that will be added to the household. Maybe your mother-in-law is going to stay. So that might be fun, right? And, or maybe some other type of house guest. Somebody that, you really enjoy spending time with. Maybe it's a good friend and they're going to have an extended stay. Or perhaps this is just going to be the kind of year where people are going to just stay a lot. And it's like Grand Central Station at your house where there's always visitors. But this could even connect to you get a bigger house and you have more room to have more visitors. So it all like comes together. And the point I think I would make about all of this is that Jupiter can really infuse a sense of positivity when it comes to your past and your attitudes towards your childhood, when it comes to your attitudes towards your family of origin, where you can see the things that were good. And, you know, making peace with the past is a really important thing because a lot of people are stuck in the past. And Jupiter allows you to kind of benefit from the past in some way. How can you benefit from something that already happened? Well, it might not be that you benefit financially, but you might benefit in terms of having an improved mood because you no longer have the same resentments, where you are seeing things in a more expansive way. And that just, you know, improves your life, opens up your life in multiple directions. And even like in real estate, if you decide to go into real estate as a profession, that could be very lucky for you in this time frame, where you're selling houses and you are, some people flip houses. So if you are somebody who knows how to, well, some people, they might just buy them and then get somebody else to like buy those houses that need repairs, and then somebody comes in and fixes the fixer-uppers, and then you can sell it for a profit. But some people know how to actually fix the house, so then they can do all the work themselves, and they don't have to ask somebody outside to actually do the work, because then they have to pay them too. So that could be something that you really benefit from, or any kind of business that relates to home. So maybe even like home decorating and home repairs, anything like that that has any kind of connection to home or connection to family. Maybe something along the lines of a caretaking service. And with Jupiter, there's always going to be the idea of teaching and learning. So maybe homeschooling is something that works for your family in a much greater way than you even thought. Remember that with Sagittarius being the sign that Jupiter is ruling, we're talking about freedom. So it could be a situation, maybe you start working from home and you feel that sense of freedom connected to your home. Sometimes people feel oppressed by their homes because home represents obligations to them. But this could be a year where you are creating freedom by working from home rather than having to go to an office, where your home becomes this place, this refuge from all kinds of situations that make you feel much more under somebody else's thumb. So you might feel more autonomy from home. And this could be due to some sort of agreement you have with your employer where you have flex time. And maybe you only have to come to the office half the time now. Or that you're able to work from home, perhaps with a current employer, or you decide to start your own business. With Jupiter, it might take off very quickly. And you might find that it's in high demand from the get-go. Okay, well, Virgo, this sounds very promising for you. And I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like me to look at your chart and analyze it specifically for your natal positions. And if you're watching for Sun in Virgo, your Jupiter could be in a totally different place, unless you have Virgo rising as well as Sun in Virgo. But I wish you all the best. This is going to be a transit that benefits everyone because Jupiter is a lucky planet and Sagittarius is a lucky sign. Take care. Bye. But also, okay, that's not.